Okay, friends, I need to vent today. So if you wouldn't mind, please come on this journey with me. But first, let's grab our cup of tea. I've got my Sleepy Hollow mug today. And let's settle in. Now, your autistic girlie did mix it up today. I know I'm freaking myself out, but I am recording later today, so I still have Irish breakfast tea, but it's decaf. If not, I'll never sleep. Thank God for my hair. I just totally spilled, and it luckily got caught in my hair. Okay, deep breath. I seriously need a deep breath to do this video. I have set up a new camera system, and as we all know, change is not my strong suit. No surprise. So bear with me, but I'm hoping that this will all pay off. Okay, so what started this whole video topic that I want to talk about? What is the fifth book curse, and why do I want to vent about it and rant and just share this topic? Well, it all started because I just got the fifth book of the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer Armentrout. A Soul of Ash and Blood is what the fifth book is called of the Blood and Ash series. These titles, Court of Thorn and Roses. That's the only one I can pull in my mind, but I'm sure if you have any finger on the trigger in terms of books, you will know that everyone is of blank and of blank. Okay, so, and all the titles of this series are like that. So, A Soul of Ash and Blood. And this is book number 5. I'd like to caveat here because I totally forgot to mention this. Unlike my other reviews, there will be no spoilers here. There's a slight thing I'm going to mention. It does not spoil the series. It may spoil slightly book 5. You'll understand. But I'm not going to be spoiling any of the plot or anything that happens, so don't worry. You do not have to have read the rest of the series prior to this to enjoy the video. So I was very excited to pick up book 5. We definitely left it at a cliffhanger in book 4. I'm ready. I'm gearing to go. Only to find out that book 5 is essentially a retelling of book 1, but from a separate point of view. And since this is a romantasy, we all know that the second point of view is the love interest, okay? We get to see the entire leading up of book 1 from his point of view in this book. The plot girly, I want my books to have some meat, some fun plot twists, some exciting things to rake me in and to absorb me into what's happening. So do I really want to reread book 1 again in book 5? No. And the worst part about this series in particular, of it being book 5, is the fact that I actually did not like book 1. I did manage to finish the whole book, and I'm glad I did because the very end of book 1 is what reeled me in and hooked me for the rest of the series. So I was not entirely excited to sit here and be like, okay, I want to relive my least favorite book of the series. Not at all. And I personally don't think that we learned anything new. There was no big reveal from seeing it from his perspective. There was no extra sexiness. It was the same. We knew everything that was about to happen. We knew already, what character plots were going to, the arcs, the discoveries, all this. And so to me, it was just a waste of paper and my time. But because I want to finish the series, I decided to go, which I'm glad because in the last 5 pages of this book, there is something that pulls the plot forward. That pulls the plot forward in the current timeline of the book series. But please tell me, how is this important to the plot, and how could we not have just taken the slight plot point that we had in this book of why book 1 was told again? You would understand. When you read it, just answer my question. Why? How did this do the story any justice? Is this just so we could sell more books and make more money? Because, honey, darling, just do 5 books. Just do 5 books, okay? I need some more from you. And where this comes in as a rant, oh my gosh, hold on. And where this comes in as a rant for me is that this isn't the first book to pull a book 5, shocking, always book 5, retelling or backtracking of information. Let me just tell you, this series, the same. Now, granted, it isn't an entire retelling of book 1 from a different perspective. There is more of a setting, but it's okay. Let me backtrack the thing. The problem more with this book and the idea of going backtracking into a different story and background is the characters are no longer at this emotional place in my mind. They have moved on, they've grown, they are not connected, or they are connected in a different way than is being shown in this book. And I think that is one of the real problems that I have with these book 5 jump backs, is the very fact that we're not there anymore. So much has already happened, and I want to progress in that forward. And I'm such a logical person, especially with the autism and things like that. I don't just go based on emotions. I just don't go based on feelings and all of that. And so when you're telling me that the characters are no longer there, we're going to go backwards in time now to either relive a scene or relive some story plot or just do this, I'm no longer there. You already took me to a different place in my mind, and I want to stay there. I want to keep progressing forward and not relive the past. What's funny is I think that the book that set all this up to begin with is Midnight Sun. I know it is not technically book 5, but it is book number 5 of the Twilight series. It is the Twilight book essentially retold from Edward Cullen's perspective. I have not read this book yet. I own it, but I've not read it. That's my guilty little secret. But this book is just, I feel like, what started it all. This is a book of just retelling from his perspective. Now, I do think that we could get a lot from this, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this will get me to read it. Or maybe I'm just so mad that I won't even touch it. I feel that books in general are really starting to become money makers, and we're losing less of the art in the field, especially with publishers. I don't know who made the decisions in these books to produce a book 5 that does not feel like it progresses the story forward and in a way makes a fan angry. I'm a fan. So I don't know where this trend is coming from, but it makes me worried for some of these big series that are coming out, such as Fourth Wing. You know, I think she has come out saying that it is a 5 or 6 book series, and now I'm wondering, is she also going to fall into the 5th book trap? And I don't want this to start becoming a trend. I don't want to waste my time. There are too many fucking good books in this world that I don't want to waste my time on a series rereading a plot that I've already read and dissected in my brain. Am I missing any series here? I'm trying to go through my head if there's any 5 book traps that I have seen. But the thing is, I haven't actually seen a lot of 5 to 6 book series in general. Actually, I've been thinking a lot, and I don't have a lot of them. If we're not going for like the old school epic fantasies that exist where there's 20 odd books, those don't, I haven't had a trap in any of those yet. But it's not always the 5th book. I mean, I read Savior's Champion, obsessed with it, and then she wrote Savior's Sister, which is essentially the entire book rewritten from a different person's perspective, which I did enjoy that one because there was so much of that character that we could not see in the first book that we were able to see in the second book. But again, I was really wanting the book to move forward because, again, cliffhangers, and I had to wait even longer now. Like, are we not even talking about the fact that now I'm going to have to wait even longer for another book and put off the moving forward of the cliffhanger that you left us all on? Because that's me. So friends, make sure you leave your comments below. This is just a really quick little rant video. I'll get back to book reviews soon. Life has just been interesting over here. Now, if you are wanting to get into either Charm, which I believe, don't ask me what the first book is, or the Blood and Ash series, which I'm obsessed with as a romantasy series, if you get past book 1. Just if you're like me, and you can't get, like, book 1 is not your jam, just wait till the end. It's worth it, trust me. Make sure to use my bookshop links in the show notes. That is a huge help for me into bringing you all content. Otherwise, comment if I missed any books or if you agree or disagree on the 5th book trap that we are seeing. Just please, whatever you do, don't do it to Fourth Wing. Please, 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 please. And happy reading, friends.